down with a 6 and a 4.
All right, theorists. I know I promised you this video a couple days ago, but I wrecked my cord for my Hovercam 8, and so I had to set it up with my iPhone and a whole different system, which though I'm pleased with how things turned out, but it took me this Friday and it took me quite a few hours to get it set. But I'm set forever now, at least using this setup. But when I get a new cord, maybe it'll be another long time. But this is just a quick help you out with the homework for this second chapter of chapter 13. And then again, I'll check Google Classroom. We'll see if we can get a time early next week. I think I even suggested Monday at 11 or something to go over this with you. You've had it assigned to you for many weeks now, but you didn't actually get the how-to, although it's all pretty self-explanatory in your Turek text. All right, and I have not pre-done these. I happen to have an empty workbook here at home, but my key and most things are at school. And I don't have a car right now. So if I have an eraser, and you should too. All right, so quickly just do a few from each section. Make sure I understand Turek's instructions, and then also maybe I'll get together with you via video and go over the Google Classroom assignments from the first part, which you were supposed to do, so I could have easy access to your answers. All right, and we'll check to see how people are doing with the OneNote, so we can do some collaborative things together. I think that's a good resource for that. All right, so first, so this is baby steps. We see there's second inversion chords involved in each of these, and we're asked to identify them. And for uses, as you know, okay, list them out. 1, good. 2, 3, and 4. And this is the general order that we think of them, because this is in the order of how often we will encounter them in our analysis and in our voice leading as well. Stupid. All right. So we're given the soprano and the bass, and remember, so easy, just fill out the middle two voices. Two things: in and out, smooth, stepwise, or retaining. And then the second is we're going to double the bass to reinforce the bass note and put a little less pressure on that suspended fourth that's about. All right, so we're just going to go chord by chord. We want to double the bass, of course, in this first example. So A flat here and the E flat here, I'm thinking. Okay, easy. Okay, here's a second inversion. We're not in minor, so we don't have to worry about the diminished 2. We'll see if we can double the soprano to good effect. That would be going up to the B flat in the tenor. And then we're left, and the chord we're doing is B flat, D, and F. Right, and we have no fifths here to worry about. Here we doubled the bass, here we doubled the soprano, no problems. All right, here's our 6/4. Okay, for identification purposes, we could probably identify these without even doing the voice leading first, because look at this placement in the phrase. It's obviously right before the 5. It's on a strong beat. That tells us cadential. The others are used to expand generally the tonic area, but you could expand the predominant area with like a passing 1/6/4, connecting a 4 and a 4/6, but not too likely. So the fact this is on a strong beat and it's right before the 5 tells us it's cadential. All right, so we're going to double the bass, so we'll retain it. In my sloppy here, this is B flat, D, and F. So move that down to the E flat. Was an F, and so that's our doubled tone, and we need a C. Stepwise motion and our double tone was in the soprano, so that's not a problem because we went up with the bass and down with the soprano. Okay, and the conventional 6/4 should also step out smoothly. We're going to double again the so in the scale of A flat, so that's going to be another E flat here, and then down to the B flat, and then the 5 going to 1. We're going to want to double the A flat. We will have a 5th here, so flying E flat to B flat, and then here's our octave. So A flat, C, oops, sorry. The A flat's already in our soprano line. So A flat, C, and E flat. Retain the E flat. Move up to the C, and A flat to C is a 3rd. Ta-da. Should I do another one? All right, one more. And I choose number 4 because it's a different context. I think that, of course, it's passing. It's expanding the tonic area, connecting a first inversion with the root position tonic chord. Look at the stepwise motion as we pass in and out. Weak beat compared to beat 1, I guess. All right, because 1, 2, 1, 2. It's subjectively a weak beat. Okay, so let's start voicing with our 1/6. Maybe we want to double that soprano, or maybe not, but I'm going to because I have pencil. So the chord is a B flat, D, and F. And so there's that F. Good spacing. Excellent. All right, and so now for our passing 6/4, we want to double the C. So contrary motion, it's generally going to be with, I could do it in the, I'm going to do it in the tenor, so the alto, the soprano doesn't aim up going too high, but I'm sure it would work with the soprano as well. So again, this is an F, A, and C. Retain the F, and then move the soprano down to the A. Okay, so 6/3 to 6/4. Our doubling, of course, was not a problem because we doubled the soprano here. So here's your octave, and then we doubled the bass here. So no parallels and of course no fifths are available to us. Okay, now we're going to double the B flat. So I'm going to go back up with the soprano. Okay, and we need a D and an F. Retain the F in the alto and move up to the D. Their octaves are in the tenor and the bass, moving to not octaves in that second chord, and there's no 5th to worry about, and no tendency tones as well. Tendency tones with this 5 chord. It would be an A. Well, I did go up. I think when it's passing, we'll see about if we come up with opportunities to not have to do the leading tone. I know that we'll return in the next chapter with the 5/4/3. More on that another time. All right, but coming soon. All right, so now the 2/6. We probably will want to double the soprano for the best effect. Not required, but it's going to be best if we do. And that would be, well, we have no soprano to double yet, so we're looking for C, E flat, again major, C, E flat, and G. So I'm G right there, the C. Let's see, let me see where my I could put in the soprano easily. C, E flat, and G. So that's a 3rd. So let me try this. And maybe I'll go ahead and just double that soprano so it's the same note, the C. All right, and no parallel octaves, and the F was the 5th, so by retaining the F in the alto, we escaped a mortal sin. All right, and finally F, A, and C. So let us, and this is a half cadence here, so there's no leading tone to worry about. Retain. Oh, that's a great alto line. Oh, how fun for them. We're not here to make friends. F, A, okay, and C. So can we drop the A down there? Just checking our yep, because here we double the soprano, and here we are doubling the bass. Sound good? All right. Easy. All right. Identify the type of 6/4 chords in each phrase, indicate with an X those not properly parts written, and describe the errors. So there's only 5 examples here, and probably on your homework I wrote down for you the things to look for. We're looking for doubling issues. We are not doubling the bass. We're looking for not going in and out of the voice leading smoothly when it comes to the linear 6/4 chords, and something you don't have to worry too much about because you're not composing these, but there might be one that's on the metrically incorrect beat. So for the conventional 6/4, a strong beat, and for the others, a weak beat. What other possible errors could there be? Well, just the 6/4 that's not, we can't identify its use. All right. So we can do these together when we get together. I'm guessing that this is a Google Classroom assignment, but let's go ahead and I'm going to put in the bass line with you, and then we'll talk about perhaps some things to be wary of. C minor. All right, so C, okay, it looks like a passing. So C, D, E flat, C. Look how irritating. His notation program automatically put the stems down. I think I went through and put them up for you because it interferes, of course, with the alto line and the independence visually of the voices. All right, so this is an F chord, F minor with A flat in the bass. Back to C. Right, and G. I'm going to go down because the 5, 6 coming up. I'm going to come back to that, FYI. Okay, then here's our F. Ooh, big jump. I mean, maybe I will change the octave placements here, but because going up to the G, it might be, I'm assuming it's going to be crowded for the okay, and the da is, of course, B natural. All right, so what issues? You're going to want to make sure that we come in and out of this 6/4, all 4 voices by step, and you're of course going to double the bass in the tenor or in the alto, the part so left to finish. I sometimes when another person, i.e. Ralph Turek, has done the soprano line for us, you end up in a sticky place where you really cannot escape from it. Because if you were doing the complete voice leading, you would have maybe done a different choice with the soprano. And there's just a few times where having the soprano line written for you can cause you to kind of hit your head. It should cause you to hit your head against the table because you don't see how to get out of it. But we blame Ralph. But we like him. Okay, so the 4, 6, they're not in succession, so don't have to worry about that. Make sure you do not double that leading tone gross. Okay, and here's our cadential 6/4. This, of course, is passing, right? Cadential 6/4. So we're going to double the bass somewhere and be smooth as you go in and out. And here our leading tone was resolved up because it was in the soprano. All right, identify in voice not keeping with the norms again, and the 6/4 has been used in an unusual way. So explaining the issues. So I think you probably have to do quite a bit of analysis on this. If you can pick and choose and kind of figure out where you think they might be, and as maybe it's in your part or not, you're supposed to rewrite it. I am not requiring you to do that. Boy, I don't know if you guys could see those, what I was doing. I wasn't thinking about this because I'm trying to look over where I think the um, camera is. So anyway, in case this was not in your part, sorry, I'll get better at this. All right, so here, this was the bass line. There was the duh. There's your 2/6/4s, and then here is where you're supposed to be identifying. You know, like, is this a half cadence in the key of D? Hopefully not. B. So because it's not a half cadence, it's not. I was wondering if this was a cadential 6/4, but so that's kind of figuring out. This might be a passing. This looks passing to me. So passing right there. Except look at leaps abound. So you don't have to actually fix them, I don't believe. All right. You have some full-on voice leading with restraints in the soprano line. And I'm sure at least one of these is in your Google Classroom to do at the end of the homework. So I think we will just let that. Do you want me to bluther on and do the Roman numeral analysis? I'm sure you don't, but so first make sure you get and then I can maybe talk you through any potential issues just to kind of give you some theory assistance here and do my job here at home. All right, so first we have to figure out the key. Starts on a G, ends with the G. If you want to do this in B flat major, that's a poor choice. Picardy third. Poke that third up into happy major land. All right, as we'd expect. 1. This is some surpassing tone. 1, 1, 6. I'll go ahead and let these work for my because there's not much space here. But if you have space, you should be rewriting your superscripts. All right, this is 7. And the nice thing about figured bass is the slash tells us that's the duh. So we expect it to be a 5 or a 7 when we see a chromatic alteration at this stage of the game, and so this is the 7th of the scale is going to be an F sharp somewhere, and so make sure you raise it, please. Going back to 1, okay, and then here's a 4, minor 4, and here's a minor. Is that a minor 4/6? And here is a 1/6/4. Five. And that's a quick little cadence right there. So here, this is our bass note, no Arabic numerals, so it's in reposition. Major 6. Okay, and this is 2, is that correct? Diminished 2, so maybe avoid doubling. You perhaps want, well, the bass is already doubled for you. Diminished outside parts on that. Okay, and hopefully a 5. Looks like that's passing 7th. So you're going to have a stepwise motion, make an 8th note. The note that's an octave above the bass will go down to a 7th above the bass, sort of like a suspension figure, right? And then 1. Okay, natural 6. Nope. Big one here. G in the bass, so I guess this is playing. This is not a fine bar, so it doesn't make a lot of harmonic sense, but we should identify the 6/4s. So I would guess that this is a sort of an odd cadential 6/4 just because it doesn't look, it's pretty fleeting cadence there, possible. And then this is a pedal 6/4, but it's certainly not at I mean, I don't even really believe in the plagal cadence. It's a cadential extension usually, and you certainly would not use a pedal 6/4 as your motor for your plagal cadence. So this is just part of a phrase, and it continues on, I'm sure, as Ralph can tell us. All right, well, that is it for the homework. And I might even do some of the next chapter homework right now, so we have that set ready to go since I have it all figured out. But I'll have to watch just to make sure I did it correctly. All right, so I'm going to hopefully have a syllabus for you when we get together early next week. And again, I'll check Google Classroom over the weekend, and we'll see if it's going to be Monday. Any day, anytime, it's fine with me, theorists. I still have not found where the materials for the test, but another theory teacher who I had social distancing from afar talked to. She's actually in Florida, so that's pretty distant. 45 minutes, 3 questions. She said free response, blah 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 blah. 3 questions, 45 minutes. Okay, so we're doing this because it's the right thing to do. All right, I'll talk to you later, theorists. Have a great one.